Microsoft Excel, Chapter 5, pages 270 through 273. Analyzing data with pivot tables. All right, you need to read 270 and 271. Pivot tables are notorious for people who use Excel as being intimidating. This chapter is great because you're really going to start out with some pretty mellow pivot tables, okay? And then in the advanced word class, you're going to go on and do some that are a little more complicated. So this is a great introduction, but I can't stress enough how much you need to read page 270 through 272 before you get started, because you have to understand what pivot tables are and how they're used. All right, on page 272, to create a pivot table using the art objects table. All right, step number 1 just tells you that if you've closed this file, you need to reopen it. Step number 2, up on your ribbon, click on the Insert tab. Then in the Tables group, select the Pivot Table button. Next, click on Pivot Table, which opens the Create Pivot Table dialog box. Make sure the Select Table or Range option button is selected and the Art Objects is what's located in the table range. Step number 4. Click the New Worksheet option button. It's already selected on mine. If it is on yours, just click on that radio button. This sets the pivot table report to be placed in a new worksheet. Click OK. A new worksheet, right down here it says sheet number 1, is inserted to the left of the Art Collection worksheet. The empty pivot table report area is where the finished pivot table will be placed. You use the pivot table field list to build the pivot table by adding, removing, and arranging fields or columns. The Pivot Table Tools contextual tab appears. These two right up here. All right. Go ahead and click on Save, and we'll move on to your next video.